Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
We are within shouting distance of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football on the lakeside here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. A look at the numbers last week for Edwards. 16 carries, 58 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game. And gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder in this organization, they're just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late season push when we have everyone back. It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. You look at this Browns defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. As a nice run there, gets him down to the 6-yard line. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And leading them out in his 4th NFL season, former Temple Owl, P.J. Walker.
This is a guy who truly believed in himself coming out of Temple. He bounced on and off practice squads for 3 years without an opportunity. And his big break, it came in another league. The unofficial MVP of the revived XFL led his team to an undefeated record with 15 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions in a shortened season before the league folded. A little bit on the small side, but he showed in his journey outside the NFL, he has what it takes to lead a team.
Play clock down to 0. Now this is not the way to start a drive. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Tell my nigga. I was wondering.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Here's Walker. They got his man complete. Still going inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And working out of the gun here, Walker eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Goodwin, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Can't wait till I play for
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson about ready to take over once more. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a 1st down. Jackson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. On 1st and 10, Walker steps away to his left. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Walker. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the shotgun, it's Walker. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku from 17 yards out, and the Browns have taken the lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Pushing his way through. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they run with Edwards off the option. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Credit Zadarius Smith able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Throwing is Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a second down throw for Walker. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Walker now to throw on first down.
Being chased out left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
A first down throw for Walker.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
To throw is Walker.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jackson on second down.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
To throw is Walker.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
What? I'm going for big girls.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Walker forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. Walker now. A final shot before break. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. There's Elijah Moore as he and the offense come out for another drive. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Walker now on 2nd down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. Cooper fast with the feet. A big play that time for Cleveland. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. P.J. Walker, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. First down, Walker. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for Cleveland. 58 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Walker. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jordan Akins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game.
Odell Beckham Jr. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. Jackson options out left. Gets past one man. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Off the option, here's Edwards. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 2nd and 5. Jackson. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. So the completion good for 7 there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Jackson now. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes Amari Cooper and the rest of the Cleveland offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done?
There he goes, left side. Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Elijah Moore.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your...
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a two-point try.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham.
7 yards there and a first down. Now it's Jackson.
They're looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Walker now.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is caught. Touchdown. Amari Cooper. 49 yards.
And the Browns continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about... Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. To throw is Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. From the 31, here comes second and a yard. Jackson will throw again. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Now a good throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Tucker now to add the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Option play, and Walker's going to run with it. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He's going to keep this again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And they go play action. Here's Walker. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall back to 500 at
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over. You bragging ignorance. You lack the vision. You sacrilegious. I feel my wrath as you ever been in. My clearly cracked the mission with crass intentions. You may have given the credit so you can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights of...
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about them, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich.
Deep down in that mud, baby, now I'm climbing out. They think it'll be us when they find it out. I'll be taking straight losses, lady, what you crying about? I done put blood, sweat, and tears in, that's what I'm down about. Know it costs a little this life, boy, ain't no signing out. Them boy can't eat on my team, they gotta stay for round. They gon' be talking loud, block out the south. Gotta know who's gon' get it done, whether we home or out of town. When the state gon' run it down.
Yeah, bang my bag again. I started rapping to jump out of, oh yeah, my daddy's son. Around that time I was on my grind trying to change my mama live. But that was for us, this ain't for me, I ain't never had ill intent. I do what it take to win. I came first place again. I'm coming too hard, no they want to me fall, I ain't never gonna let them win. I've been on my grind, but man, I don't skate. I'm putting that race, I ain't doing no days, no they couldn't relate. Can't even touch with my heart in the safe. I'm trying to get out the hood to the lake. I'm with the crib with the leg in the back. QB sneaky, getting attacked. Go through the hole like cat in the hat. This ain't how cat, this ain't no scat. Doing it there.